Good morning, my friends. It's Friday morning. Well, this video is an update on Moosie's health. And first of all, I want to thank all of you, so many of you, for all your prayers and well wishes. Well over 500 of you have sent messages of well wishes and prayers, beautiful sentiments, and I've tried to answer every one of you. And from here on in, if I can't get to answering, please know that I am reading every single one of your sentiments, and we are both very appreciative of them. So here goes. I'm going to bring you up to date, just what we learned yesterday, as a matter of fact. Well, yes, the tests came back positive. Moosie does have a form of cancer. Something in his chest cavity, not in his lungs, but in the cavity of his chest. And within hours of notifying us of all this, we had rescheduling of more blood work. And yesterday afternoon, we were back in the labs getting more blood work for Moosie. And today, as a matter of fact, we have a meeting this afternoon with the oncologist. So these wonderful doctors are so on top of all this. And we're very fortunate to have them in our lives. You know, many of you have mentioned to me, and I've experienced this myself, it is very, very difficult to get in to see doctors. I tried a couple of times a couple of weeks ago to get appointments just to see a doctor, and it was months out. And it's so difficult, but here we are, getting all sorts of help from doctors, family. It's very encouraging. I've put a little clip of Moosie on here, and as a matter of fact, he's going to sing a song. I have just fed Moosie his breakfast, went outside, had just a teeny little chat. In fact, he sang a song for you that I'm going to put on this video. And Aiden has been here already and helping like crazy. Well, it's finally cooling off, and you can sit out here and enjoy it, right?
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. God bless us all.
Yep. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks, isn't it?
I guess so. We'll find out this afternoon.
But we do want to thank you for all your prayers. Yep. So
Add those to the ones the little children make. I'm laughing.
Yep. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I'm going in and eating mine now. Boy, what a nice day it is. No sun, but pleasant.
It feels like a nice winter day.
Let's say fall, not winter yet. We are both still very, I guess the word is optimistic. And of course, it's us filled with gratitude, acceptance. You know, we are 88 years old. And I think life is all about the quality of life. And you know that things come our way as we age. We just have to accept that. And we will deal with anything. And I know all of these doctors, no matter what the treatment is, whether it's surgery or whether it's some form of medications or whatever, they will decide what's the best for Moosie, and we will decide also as to what he wants to do. Me, I'm just praying that I hold up okay with a lot of these trips. Thank heavens I have that lightweight wheelchair. I mean, it's not like a feather, but it's enough for me to still be able to put in and out of the car. And it's we have a lot of help from grandkids and great grandkids as you know, and so many of you realize this with your family too, everybody's working and they have their own lives. And Moosie and I are going to try and handle this as best we can, doing what we can when we can. And I just love that saying. And if I decide I need the help, I will call on someone, and I know I'll be able to get help. So please don't worry about that, and know that our family is very involved in this and there to help. So I'm not going to be giving you day-to-day updates because I think that's something that's not necessary. But as things change, and when I get big updates as to what the doctor has advised, I definitely will keep you up to date because I know you love Moosie and you want to know how he's progressing. And I definitely will keep you up to date on that. But as Moosie said, we're going to go on with our lives. As a matter of fact, he's very excited because we were invited to a baseball game for a great grandson who's, I think, 11. And he's playing in a baseball field quite near us here, where all our own boys, 3 boys, and all our grandchildren played baseball at this particular field that we're going to on Sunday. And Moosie was even a baseball coach back in the day when, I believe it was when Mikey was playing baseball up there. So this is going to be a nostalgic trip, and Moosie is so looking forward to this. And I think several of the family's going to be there too. So life goes on, and we will continue to seek happiness and stay busy and just deal with this. I'm praying for all of you and all of the struggles and the losses that you're all going through too. I know it's not just us. And thank you once again. So, let's see. So as we go out every day to go to these appointments and things, you got to keep yourself going here. So many of this day, I don't put makeup on at all. In fact, many days, sometimes I don't even get out of my pajamas as I'm going around the house doing things outside, inside, whatever. Sometimes it's just more comfortable. And believe it or not, the days go by so quickly, you wonder, is it worth it to even get dressed because I'll be back in my PJs by 6 p.m. anyway. You know, for some reason or other, and Moosie and I can't figure this out, we've been sleeping better than normal lately. I don't know why that is. Here we went through a whole week of uncertainty last week, and I don't know, maybe it's our habits. What I've been doing lately that I haven't done before this is putting on the TV if I wake up and I've slept for 3 or 4 hours, which was a long time for me, and I know it still is the middle of the night, I will put the TV on. Usually Moosie and I are awake at the same time. I don't know whether sometimes it's his coughing that will wake me or whatever, but we seem to be awake. He does read a Kindle. At that point, my eyes just I don't want to do a lot of reading at that point in the night, but I will turn on one of these, these forensic files things, something that has a real interest with me, or the History Channel or something, and I can get involved in something on TV, believe it or not, and then get sleepy. And then all I have to do is click the TV off and I'm asleep again. So I'm finding that maybe that helps a little bit. But let's see what's going on with the rest of the family. Everybody's has their things going on. I was out there early this morning. You know, it was actually drizzling a little bit this morning. And I have all my fall decor sitting under the patio cover. And so it's not getting wet. But I realize maybe now, if I get some time, now we will be leaving probably in about 2 hours to go to a doctor appointment. We're actually meeting the oncologist for the first time. And I can't dig into a project and then leave it and then go. So maybe tomorrow. I know Aiden is coming tomorrow to help Moosie with some. The garden is beginning to become a fall garden, which means a lot of the summer things are getting to the point where they have to be pulled out of the garden or put in the back of the garden somewhere, and other things come to the foreground. But I think he's also helping me with my purging. I have a funny purging story to tell you. You know, in one of the last videos, I did mention to you that I was beginning purging again. And you would be proud of me because this week we actually started on Moosie's things. Moosie said, well, before you get going on all the stuff around here, all the gewgaws and your clothes and everything, let's do me. So I dragged out all the stuff that was sort of in Moosie's has a closet in there too, believe it or not. He does have space. I think I've mentioned that an extra bedroom here in the cottage, a small bedroom off our bedroom, has become our closet room, and it has shelves and closets all the way around the outside. But still in all, it gets very, very crowded. I also have a rack in there, and I'm tripping over stuff all the time. So I managed to drag out everything of Moosie, and I thought I was a clothes horse and saving old clothes. I brought everything out. He sat on the bed and I said, okay, here we have, 15 jackets. He loves his zip-up jackets, and he's got so many of them. Plus, the kids give him, for Christmas and birthdays, he gets a lot of jackets and shirts. And, of course, his Dodger memorabilia. Oh, my gosh. I can't touch anything there. So, oh, look. Do you hear my cuckoo? This is my thrifted cuckoo that I think I paid $6 for, and Moosie got him working. Big problem, though. Do you hear him? He's going on and on. He's a gabber like me, but he can't get the hour right. But we don't care. We just love hearing him cuckoo anyway. Sometimes at 8 o'clock in the morning, he'll cuckoo 15 times, but that's okay. He still comes out and opens the door. Isn't that cute? The next time he comes out, I'm going to take a close-up of while he's cuckooing. But isn't that sweet? And I'm so glad I found a place for it. I managed to get a nail in that in those clay bricks. It's so hard to put something in there. And that's where it's going to stay for a while. No matter what I put up here, the cuckoo clock is going to stay there because Moosie likes hearing it during the day. And at nighttime, it doesn't wake us up or anything. Plus, we have his bird clock on the other end of the fireplace. And the bird clock goes off every hour, too. So we're filled with all sorts of birds making noises around here, saying hi to us. This morning, I did make one of those croissant witches, which I doubt very seriously if Moosie will let me buy one at a fast food place any time. In fact, I've even given them to Aiden if he arrives here earlier in the morning, or if he wants a second breakfast or he hasn't had a breakfast yet. He can't, the smell of, if I've just given it to Moosie, I think it smells so good. He just says yes, he'll have one anyway. But I have managed to create, and I buy these croissant sandwiches in Trader Joe's. They're the round ones. Instead of being long, skinny ones, have you ever seen how some of these croissants are... Now that's the bird clock going off. Some of these croissant sandwiches are made sort of so they go around, which makes a really nice sandwich. And I can put a big egg with a nice yolk on there. Sometimes I'll put that and half of another egg, and Moosie and I will share 1.5 eggs on our croissant sandwiches. And then I'm still using that bacon that is fully cooked, and you warm it up just for 20 seconds in the micro. It's delicious. And I've even converted Micah and Colleen to that kind of bacon too. It saves you, maybe for other things you want the nice big greasy bacon, but for these sandwiches it's great. It's great. And I also put a slice of cheddar cheese on there with the bacon and a little bit of ketchup. And oh, Moosie, he wants one of these every morning. But at least I am weaning him off his sugary cereals. He still wants some once or twice a week, but now he's getting eggs and croissant, cottage cheese, and certain kinds of protein in the morning. He's much better about eating what I eat and like, trying to give up the cereal. But he still loves all kinds of cereal, even though it says it's heart healthy and all that. He loves it anyway. Video, because we don't have much news other than this past week we've been pretty busy, just back and forth to hospitals and doctors with Moosie, and I haven't been doing much, nor other than just chatting with the kids. Margie came over and brought food and just things with the children going on. I keep in touch with what's happening with Mikey and all the kids down in San Diego, and everybody's busy doing their thing, and all rooting for Moosie. Oh, I was going to tell you about what one funny little thing. You know me, I'm always looking up something on Google, my best friend, Mr. Google. And now he seems to be so much more full of I don't know, all sorts of more information than I ever seemed to get from him before. And a lot of that is that AI too, I think, coming through on Google. But I mentioned something about purging, ways to help boost my feelings to get going on purging. As you know, I love my stuff, and I always will love my stuff. I will never in my life be a minimalist. So the purging has nothing to do with that. I still love to be surrounded by a cozy cottage look. And as you know, that look is sometimes more the merrier. But I am at the point where I have a tiny cottage here, and I've lived in big homes. We had a big 5,000 square foot home up in Big Bear, Moose Mountain Lodge, right on the lake. Wonderful home. And sometime I'm going to show you more videos and pictures of that home. We owned that for over 10 years, so we were able to, we had a boat and a dock, and in the wintertime, the kids all went skiing. We had the snow. It was a great all year round vacation home, and we had it at the right time when most of our kids were able to take advantage of it. They were young marrieds with young grandkids, and even a lot of the grandkids got many years of enjoyment out of it. And unfortunately, Moosie wanted to, he decided that maybe we should get rid of it. I was the one, by the way, that was a real estate broker. And I remember saying, I think we should hang on to it longer. But we didn't. We still probably doubled our money on it. But if we had waited several more years, we would have tripled and whatever, real estate, the way it goes up. But we did have a place in Palm Desert for a number of years prior to that. And we missed out on something at the beach. I remember when we were younger and much more naive about finances, I remember saying, someday wouldn't it be wonderful to have vacation homes in the mountains, the desert, and at the beach? Not thinking about finances. Well, we managed 2 of them, and much traveling besides all that. And lived in Europe, and we're so grateful for the life we led, and spent all these years with kids and grandkids, and just a wonderful time. Someday I'll tell you that. But to get back to the purging, I watched something on YouTube, and I can't remember his name. I think his first name was Josh, and he said, I have something to do that will help you to get in the mood for purging. I hear Moosie coming in from outside, so I'm going to have to just shut this off for a minute, or we'll let him do a walk by. I hear music. There he goes. He said, pretend that you are a guest coming into your house for the first time, and what might go through their minds as they walk through your house and what they see. Well, now that can work for people, but what if they're minimalists and they feel everything should go. What if they're maximalists and they want more? So, but it matters to me what I feel. So I tried it, and I did a run through. I went outside and I opened the door and I walked through, and he said, look from side to side at everything that you're seeing as you walk in. Well, I didn't get any further than my front hall, and I saw many things that I realized could go. And at the same time, I realized that my favorite things were not appearing because there was too much of other stuff that was keeping my eyes from the things that I wanted to see. Isn't that a good reason for, or a good way to get you into the habit of doing a little purging? Now, he calls what maximalists sometimes have when they're overloaded with stuff in their houses is something called habituation. And I looked that up too. So we're going to talk about what habituation is. It's a psychological stimulus or lie, and it makes sense. So that's a good discussion for a future video. I think I'm just going to have to close this right now, and hopefully maybe get out some shorter videos for you. I know that my videos have been a little spaced out lately, but I know you understand. So thank you all once again for all your well wishes and prayers for Moosie. We are still optimistic and traveling along, but we will be very busy for the next, obviously, several weeks. So I want you to be patient with me. I'll try and do shorter videos and keep you up to breast. We won't be talking about this all the time because I don't think it's necessary to just dwell on this. I'll bring you up to date on the main points and you'll know where we stand. Moosie sends his love and appreciation for everything, as I do. Thank you for watching all our videos. And for those of you who are new, thank you for subscribing and being here with us. We love you all, and God bless us all.